Welcome to Maker's Perspective. I'm D.H. McNabb, and today I'll be making a silver leaf twist cup with the help of Stephen Cox. I generally start by laying out my silver leaf onto a piece of kiln shell. If the kiln shell has been primed with kiln wash, then I'll just place it straight on that. If not, then I'll put a little chalk down and place the leaf on top of that. I pen the corners of the leaf with a chalk, and that way it doesn't go flying off. Some people have vacuum tables or use other methods, but for just one sheet, this works fine. I'm taking two small dips, and I'll just block it into a nice homogeneous shape.
I don't know. We hadn't really talked about it. Could be one day. Could be 4 years from one day. That's right.
Most of the times, after I've gathered and blocked, I'll go back and reheat.
You have these just set up against the bench. Yeah.
And block it once more. I don't want to spend a lot of time blocking a moil, mainly the very end of the bubble. Keep it really fresh right off the end of the pipe. Raise it up, see it squat, and then pop the bubble into there. Here, one can use the marver, but a lot of times, to take less heat out, kind of immediately shape it, I just like to use the paper and make it into a nice tube. I have a little bit of thicknesses on the sides. After a little puff, just re-straighten out the sides.
What is it? Oh, there it is.
To pick up, I start from the right and roll left, making sure it's evenly on, but also a little bit of the leaf on the moil, just like one would do for cane, or frit for that matter. You'll notice it's not closed up all the way. That has an intention. I like having a clear line through the way. When I twist, you can see the swirl, or a candy cane effect. The twist and blowing out is similar to an optic cup. I'll swing it down a little bit, I'll give it a slight tug, and then I'll start to twist, and after a bit of twist, I'll start adding some air. I grab a second time with my diamonds and cut the excess off, and you'll see a nice uniform twist on the cup. Always cut back into the cup.
Switch out those.
You can see with the diamond shears, that way I have a nice terminal endpoint.
Yeah, my skinnies on the other side. And then give those other ones, not the skinnies, a wax with the other one.
Once back at the bench, I'll place the butt of the jacks on the end, making sure that it's on center and that the blades on the sides, just to start blowing it up. And about a quarter to a half inch off the pipe, I'll start jacklining, going out, pulling out on the cold shoulder, and then jacking down where I want it to break off. By having that slight cone shape, I can now just place my jacks to whatever angle I want, whether I want a cylinder, a cone going the Pilsner direction, or a cone or narrow top direction. You can see I kind of place my hand down, tips of the jacks on the colder shoulder, and easing them down to the warmer glass. This cup is more like a Pilsner kind of cone, and at the same time with jacks on the side inflating the bubble.
So does your buddy Mitch blow glass there? Yeah. Does he work in a factory or how does yeah, like a little production studio?
At this point, I'll concentrate a little bit more heat towards the bottom of the glass.
Just this random guy. Yeah. I don't think he's anybody you know. Yeah, just this old school Okinawan dude. And he's married to a Japanese gal? Yeah. I mean, she's from Okinawa. How'd they meet? They met at BG. Okay. School, yeah.
Put into the jacks. Little puff. And jacks on the sides.
So she's a glass artist too then? She's working glass.
Now I'm ready to go through my bottom. Grab the blow hose so I can really set that bottom shape in. Again, the blow hose goes on the outside of the pipe. That way when I turn in, it will be on the inside of the bench and I can turn unencumbered.
For grad school, yeah. I got you. Yeah. You guys went to undergrad though. Yeah, yeah. And then they moved to Baltimore. Lived in Baltimore for a little bit. Okay, it's kind of starting to remember.
You can see as I swing around, blow hose will be on the inside and cocks will go on the bottom, just a little over halfway with my jacks. Just slight hesitations as I change direction. I'm pushing down, that way I don't flat tire. As with most times on the bottom, I'll go in for a second heat, so I can really define it.
I guess I'm always in this guy's. Yeah, it's the all-seeing eye.
Here I'm defining the bottom. After that second time, I grab my paddle to make sure I give that bottom a kick and double checking that it's flat. Then grabbing a piece of cane, put a small circle on the bottom so I have a reference for my punning. I also used my calipers, took that measurement, so then on the next one I can make it relatively the same size. Cox is making the punning. He pushes forward, comes down at a slight angle to get that glass just a little bit off the end of the punty. Then not to press on the very tip, he just pushes right on that edge or shoulder and slowly comes down. That makes a nice round area. Generally, I like a round shape for my punty. I'll grab it, just touch it on very lightly, turn and check center, and I grab my water tweezers, and just one drop of water on the neck, and a bonk, comes right off.
I can trim it, all that stuff by myself, and when I come back to heat, it'll lift.
Straightening the cup, one pair of blades inside and one pair outside of the tweezer. I'll lift with the bottom blade and push down with the top, rolling away from me to check to make sure it's on center. Sometimes I take a paddle and ride the bottom to true it. If it's still off, I find the high side, flip it 180, and then can push from the bottom edge of the piece to get it back on
So
again.
you're here until tomorrow?
Yeah, I leave Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, okay.
You around tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll see you guys over at, I'm assuming JW's
Yeah.
in the evening?
Yeah. I think Birds and I might
Every time I flash, I typically stick the whole piece in past the first burner of the glory
Yeah,
hole.
let me see what I got
Now I'm
going
just
on.
heating
I'm
up
not really
the
sure
lip.
what my day looks like, but
I know you're a busy guy.
3/4 of this cup is done.
I feel busy.
I just need to focus on the last quarter,
I don't
the
know what
last
to
bit of
do with
shoulder,
all of it.
and then opening the lip all the way.
You go to the gym before here?
No, not today.
You go to the gym after work usually or before?
I like to go before, but they changed up my schedule where every day is early, so I haven't been going before work. It'll just be
You gotta be there
too
for
early,
7 or
man.
something.
Yeah, I'm not getting up at 4:30 to go to the gym.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have been.
Still
I have been just going after work or on the weekends. Not really my preferred method, but I'm gonna start. Yesterday I did first round of training with Crystal, so I'm just gonna switch gyms.
Oh, she
Go to her.
trained you?
Yeah, yeah.
Tweezing from the top and rolling away.
Okay. Go ahead and pick up that.
And for shearing, I kick out my elbow, find that kind of 4:30, 5 o'clock position, go in, and then stay right around 6 o'clock and cut.
They're real small. Just gather it like in a bowl.
This heat is generally just a flash, and to linger on the lip,
Like that,
fairly quick.
and then down. Okay.
I just need the glass hot enough so that I can make sure it's straight.
Alrighty.
Cox is going to bring a lip wrap of clear glass. I'll just tag the very edge of the lip, wrap it around at least twice, and trail it right on and cut itself.
Okay. And you don't
Then
need
give
to
it just a
hold
little
it
bit of heat.
as fast. Okay. Kind of gather, make sure it's to a point as you're bringing it over, and then up. Okay.
I'll take my jacks and smooth it out. See if anything's funny or needs to be dealt with. Cox comes on with a paddle. It looks fine. Now after a good flash, I'll just heat the area that I want to inflate, the shoulder to lip.
How much time is on that camera? What does it say? Just look in front of it real quick. 14:24. This thing's about the time now.
Just open it up a little bit, getting the cup ready so that I can soak it.
Sophia? And then I'll also probably have you sandwich when we start doing it. Just worry about the soaking. Okay. And I soak
Do you
it
preheat
twice.
these?
No.
Okay.
Sometimes, but not for this.
Here I am soaping, blowing up that top area. Inflates nicely.
Jack's a swipe. The skinny
Another jacks on the sides, keeping that side area cool, and just lifting and opening up the lip a bit. Again, jacks back on the sides, essentially the area that I don't want to inflate and keep cool. When I sit down, I grab the jacks, roll them on the sides, and then grab the Sophie and inflate.
Alright, sandwich time.
Back to the heat.
Sandwich time.
Jacks again on the outside. Coxie is providing a sandwich almost, and now on the inside.
Crystal really likes the training then, huh?
Yeah, she's enjoying it quite a bit. It's just a freer thing.
More open schedule for like these weekends for sure, yeah. She's busy.
On the outside, then on the inside. Open up my hands as I lift up. Coxie is providing a sandwich, so I have a nice squared off cup
She's good at it though.
as far as top and bottom.
Telling people what to do, how to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
This should be my last heat of shaping.
Okay, I'm back.
From outside, almost use a little centrifugal force and then open up a little wider and then come down with the jacks on the outside. Use the tips of your blades as reference points and then bring it down. That way you have a nice refined shape. Always put your tools in the cold spot first and then work into the hot spot. Ease it in there. A few flashes before we are done, some torch heat on the bottom of the cup. Make sure it's hot right at the connection point. And that's the spot where it'll break off at.
And going in 4.
You want to make sure it's hot and everything? Definitely had that mistake.
I always want to make sure that where I'm knocking off the puntee or the piece, that the connection point has just a little bit of movement. And final flash. You can see the clear line in the silver. Grab my water tweezers. The drop of water right on that punny. Grab my paddle. Bonk it off. Give it a tap and bonk it off. A quick fire polish and that's it. Thanks for watching and make a small cup with Silver Leaf. Take care.